Hello everyone. We're going to do another Ask Your Stylist. So the last few days a few times have been asked, how do I go blonder without damaging my hair? The last person who tried to make me blonde ruined my hair. It was dry. It was crunchy. I want to be blonde, but I don't want the repercussions of being damaged. What do I do? So what I told them was slow and steady wins the race. Granted, there are ways to go blonde fast and not be so damaged, but you have to have certain products in order to do that. Those products are a little bit more expensive and a little bit more harder to get a hold of. In my salon, we do not offer those. At one point we did something similar, but we no longer carry those products. So the way to go blonder is you have to lift pigments out of your hair in order to get lighter. There are 3 types of pigments that will be lifted out of the hair in order to get you to a blonde. The 3 pigments are blue, red, and yellow. So me, being a very, very dark color, I have all 3 here. So the first one to come out is the blue pigment, which will essentially leave you at an orange because you have left the red and the yellow. Then the next to be removed is the red, which will leave you at yellow. Next to remove would be the yellow. Then once you have removed the blue, the red, and the yellow, that will leave you at white. Quite often I get people that tell me that they tried to do their hair at home and they ended up orange. Yes, that sounds about right. Even when you are doing it through a professional, very often you will get orange because that blue is now gone and the red and the yellow are what are left. So when I say slow and steady wins the race, I mean little by little is the best way to go about being blonde. Granted, if you have black hair, the first time you leave at a slow and steady pace, you may be at a dark brown, medium brown, maybe even a light brown. When I did a lift the other day, she came in with very dark brown, and she left with in between a medium brown, a light brown, and maybe even a few yellow tones. Granted, it's not the prettiest thing, but you tone it to try to balance out the warmth, which would be the red and the yellow. So that way, you don't look so striking on your way to going blonde. The reason why bleach can be so damaging for the hair is because it is removing protein from the hair. It takes out moisture, it takes out all the fundamentals that keep the hair strong, and so by doing that, it leaves the hair dry and brittle and hay-like, possibly even if it's overprocessed to the point of stretching. So if you do little by little and you're taking care of your hair in between, it definitely makes it a lot easier to go blonde without damaging your hair. It's kind of like using tires. If like say a race car driver is using extra speed in a slow amount of time, he is going to wear out his tires. But if he is just going 30 for days and days and days, odds are his tires are going to last him a lot longer. And it's pretty similar. Also, the way that stylists go slow and steady is that we are using a much slower, lower power with the bleach. There are multiple types of powers that we can use. In my salon, we have 10 volume, 20 volume, 30 volume, and 40 volume. The 10 is the slowest, and the 40 is the highest and the fastest. But the faster you go, the more harsh you go. Granted, you get higher faster, but you're also pulling out a lot more protein and vitamins and minerals that keeps your hair strong faster. So that would be my advice to you if you were wanting to go lighter. Slow and steady wins the race.